That moment, the defeat of the Goliath, was what humanity needed the most. It was a costly fight. Many men had lost their lives in it. It was inevitable. But their sacrifice was not in vain. Victory was achieved. After the battle, UN forces secured the island. Almost immediately, they started flying in manpower and supplies. The body of the Goliath was taken by the UN for study. They never before had the chance to get one. The airfield, or rather what was under it, still posed a threat. UN deployed specialists to go underground and secure the cave system. After weeks of effort, Altus was declared safe. This was the first piece of European land reclaimed from the zombies. The UN transformed the island into a fortress. Unofficially, it became known as Fort Indomitable. United Nations forces used Altus as a staging ground. UN Eurocom launched Operation Hope. Their goal was to clear all islands in the Mediterranean and turn them into safe havens, just like Altus. None of this could have been done without the group of survivors who, without help, secured large areas of this island, defeated a powerful group of raiders and bandits, and ultimately, alongside UN forces, secured all of Altus. Here are some of their stories. Omar al-Hassan. Omar chose to join the UN. He didn't have anywhere else to go. Fighting zombies on Altus gave him one purpose. Now he's trying to make an impact somewhere else. When he was asked why, he said, "If I can survive my mother's cooking during Ramadan, I can definitely survive a few zombies, and these guys clearly need my help." Delhi. Delhi was a secretive man. He didn't share much about himself, not even his real name. All we knew about him was his background in a PMC, Ion. Ex-contractor, he never trusted any authorities. His history in the military left him suspicious of it, and the collapse only reinforced those feelings. That's why when the UN asked him to join, he said no. After everything, he chose to leave, to go back to Europe. He reasoned he'd do more good on his own. Nobody heard from him since. Europe is still very dangerous. But Delhi is a resourceful man. If anybody could survive there, it would be him. Chloe. Chloe ended her fight on Altus. She finally had a safe place to stay. After some time, she settled down and got to start a family. She entertains the kids with stories of her exploits. To this day, she keeps in contact with most of the surviving members of the original group. Henry Klein. Henry was a tank crewman before Europe fell. By the time he joined our group, his old unit was long gone. On the island, in the final fight, his tank dealt the killing blow against the Goliath. He was good at his job. He decided to sign up to the UN's armored forces. UN, after suffering casualties in the last fight, gladly accepted him. He's now off somewhere, fighting, in his element. Nathan. Nathan knew how to fly, so naturally he went with the only group who would let him do that. He became a UN pilot after showcasing his skills in the final battle. Now, he flies around Europe, searching, trying to find more survivors, and help them if possible. But not everyone was that fortunate. Ruby died in the battle. He was on the docks with some other men. He manned ZSU-23. When the Goliath managed to leave the cave, he went straight to the docks. The sounds of the helicopters dragged him there. Ruby was killed when the Goliath got close and threw an M113 at his position. He didn't stop firing. He bought enough time for the others to jump into the water and hide until the Goliath left, seeking another target. The guy we called Flash had a very unfortunate end. After the battle, he did sign up to the UN Armed Forces and was about to be shipped off to participate in Operation Hope. Unfortunately, when he was entering the plane, Flash tripped and, due to his negligence and poor trigger discipline, fired his gun. The bullet went straight through his head, killing himself instantly. Chris couldn't make it. Everything he saw in Europe, all the death and the killing he had to do, broke him. Not everyone is made for this type of life. He lost it. One day, without warning, he simply left. It took us quite a while to track him down. Chris barricaded himself in a house, far away from everyone else. The outside was mined. We couldn't even get close. We chose to let him be. Nobody knows what's happened to him after that. As for Marshall, if that was even his name, he vanished as suddenly as he appeared. Nobody knew anything about the man. He never shared anything, didn't even show his face. But that doesn't matter. He got most of us through hell. All we can do as thanks is hope that he is still alive.